welcome to another video of Walk with Phil, and I'm here in West Bromwich. It has to be said there has been an explosion of late of Turkish barbers. Many people have passed comments as to how many Turkish barbers there are in the high street here in West Bromwich, and not only in the high street West Bromwich, but in many of the towns in the Black Country. Why do we need so many? Well, your guess is as good as mine, I suppose. We all have our opinions. But how many Turkish barbers, or barbers for that matter, do we have in our high street in West Bromwich town? Not only that, but how many nail bars do we have along the high street? And I don't know if you've noticed this also, but there's been an explosion of convenience stores, mainly Asian, Eastern European stores. There's a lot of these stores now springing up along our high street, and we're not just talking of West Bromwich, of course. Many of the Black Country towns also have got all these type of shops now springing up along their high streets as well. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the whole length of the high street and into Carter's Green, and I'm going to see how many barbers, nail bars and convenience stores we have along the high street. I think I'm going to lose count, but let's go and have a look. So, how many Turkish barbers, or barbers for that matter, have we got that runs the whole length of our high street here in West Bromwich town? And of course, not only has there been an explosion of Turkish barbers, but of course we have the nail bars, and the other thing that you may have not noticed is of course the convenience stores. So many of those that seem to be turning up all along a high street up and down the Black Country. But here we are then, we're at the top of the high street here in West Bromwich town. If you go straight ahead, you're going into Birmingham and towards the West Bromwich Albion Football Club. And we start off here with our first one, so I hope you're going to keep count. Our first Turkish barber there, number 47, Fades. That's our first one. So we'll make our way down the high street. We're going all the way down to Carter's Green. We include that as part of the high street as well. We're right from the top here, right down to the bottom by the Farley clock. And we're going to see how many barbers we've actually got along our high street, as well as, of course, the nail bars, beauty salons, so whatever they like to call them these days, and convenience stores, which seems to be so many Asian, Eastern European. Well, we'll see what we can find, Did a video not so long back over there where the Trinity Church is. Cliff Richard gave a sermon in there in 1969. The often neglected top half of the high street. As I've done videos up here before, I've often said, who even comes up here anymore? Either maybe to use the gym we've just gone past, or the buffet, or walking on their way to West Bromwich Albion Football Club. There's Tyne Street, which I did a video of. And we've come to a few shops now. We've got a convenience store there, and Ojala supermarket. Doubt I'm pronouncing that right. Opening soon. We've got Desi Junction, which was the Lewisham. And here's number 2, I think. Yogi's Hair Studio, that's number 2. What surprises me about this area as well, up the top end of this high street, is the amount of Caribbean restaurants and takeaways that they've got around here as well. This building's here on the corner. I remember it was a massage parlour once, and then it was a Jubilee Arts Centre. Looks like it's something to do with schools and colleges yet again. Now if we take a look over the other side, there's a Caribbean restaurant there. There's another convenience store, the Punjab food store. So let's take a look over this side. We've got the nail bar here, all gorgeous. And we've got, is this barber number 3? Nagy Hairdressers, skin fade, waxing, threading. and I suspect that's number 4 just there. Afi Barbers. Again, the skin fades, beards, waxing, threading. And we got Suki's Beauty Salon, almost next door. I don't know what that place is, the Crystal Healing Energist. Never seen that open, but never come up here, do I? Here's another Caribbean. This one, and this one. And we've got, what's this, number 4, number 5, I'm already losing count. Majid Hairdressers. Got 3 or 4 in very close proximity. It has to be said there's not many shops that are not used. They've all been used for something. There's not many shuttered, except the ones that open in the evening. We've got one here called the this is another Asian convenience store here. Just over there, the old wine shop used to be a pub. Yeah, we've got another Barbers over there. It's called Hibiscus Barbers, next to the old wine shop sports bar. And there's also just there we've got another convenience store, Polski Sklep. And over the road we have Iraqi Nails. That's not a big store. Not sure if it's open. Just over there, look at Kara Beauty and Nail Studio. And if I just turn here, behind me we have another Turkish Barber's, House of Fades. And that one's a traditional barber, that says. We've got an African Caribbean food on the corner, and another convenience store next to that. Another Polski Sklep. Claire's News, that's more or less an off licence, but it's also a convenience store. There, look, there used to be a bank where the accountants are, and where we got the butchers, that used to be a pub. Spring Balance, I think, and then it became the stores. Right, we check over the road here. Dry cleaners, you don't see many of those, do you? As I've said before. Another Caribbean takeaway. And another Caribbean store at the end. Well, that covers it for the top end of the high street. I've lost count how many Turkish barbers there were. I may have been at least half a dozen. But we'll tot it up at the end. As we come to a very familiar area now, it's Dartmouth Square. And we'll make our way along Dartmouth Square. And then along the middle part of the high street. Dartmouth Square, we have a barber's here, quite a large one as well. It's called the 7 Stars Barbers, just here, next to the British Art Foundation. Surprisingly about these stores as well, how brightly lit they are inside. Doesn't look as though there's any customers in there. There's going to be some exciting changes, they say. That's going to be happening here in around these parts very soon. All over here where it's such an eyesore is going to be all landscaped. Well, eventually. A Scottish Passage. And as you can see, they're getting on with the demolition of the old Wilko store over there. And I think Woolworths was in there as well for a time. We've got a couple of convenience stores here. Hapna Punjab. And a Polish shop next door to that. Just beginning there where the demolition is taking place, where those sheeting is, there used to be a pub just down there called the Hornpipe. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It used to go downstairs in the basement. I don't think it was around very long. There's another convenience store, which is an absolute disgrace. I go on about every time I come down here. This shouldn't be allowed. He's just carted all his fruit and veg stuck in the middle of the walkway here in the centre of the high street. Crikey, he's got plenty of ginger. But yes, we've got all these plastic bottles of water in the sunshine here. I don't think that's very healthy, is it? I wonder if this whole part of West Bromwich will survive up there. Where the demolition is taking place, there's going to be a walkway that will feed onto the metro line station, and it's going to be all landscaped. It's a Monday morning, by the way. We're coming towards the end of February. And there we have another nail bar. It's called Creative Nails. They'll landscape all this area, make it all lovely. But what's the betting they'll keep this here, eh? Ridiculous, that is. Work is well underway now for the indoor market stall ahead, which will be open in the next few months. Okay, let's have a look down the rest of this middle part of the high street. New look to the right used to be Littlewoods, I believe. Home Barkins next to that used to be W.H. Smith. Bit scruffy, isn't it, this market here, this outdoor market. I've always said that they should be removing this. It's not a good look, never be a good look. No matter how they do up these stores. We got one here called, I was looking for a newsagents the other way, and she's got newsagents there under the word Nibbles. Yeah, you just sell newspapers in there. That's probably one of the only newsagents that we have here in the town of West Bromwich High Street. Great Western Cafe, of course, used to be the pub. Just here we've got a Rona Nails. Fruit and veg everywhere, eh? This will be a block of flats one day here on the corner. Okay, so we've reached the junction of St Michael Street. With a billiard hall that used to be down there, then it was a Wetherspoons. I think it's still a pub. But not a Wetherspoons. And there's New Street that will take you up to the New Square Shopping Centre. And that's where we're heading. There, look next to Cool Amusements. We do have a Bowles Spa Hair and Beauty. I don't know how many that is, but I've also lost count on the Turkish barbers. Let's have a look, see what we got down here on the left-hand side of the High Street. Here is a convenience store. This is a bit of rundown building now, this one. Been like this for quite some time. I don't remember it being the Oasis #1 night spot, but I certainly do remember it being a Mediterranean restaurant. I think they moved from here down to Wednesbury along the Wood Green Road. Just there where we got the William Hill and subway over there, that used to be the offices to Kenrick and Jefferson. They all got bulldozed in 2002. And in its place they created Astle Park, named after the famous West Bromwich Albion striker Jeff Astle. This was a bit of an eyesore, the front of the K&J buildings, this facade, where it's had the scaffolding up for seemingly for years, but now you can see they're getting on with the work, and I believe there's a row of shops along the bottom and flats above the top, but we'll see. Just here on the corner of Victoria Street and High Street, we got one here. It's called Trims and Fades, traditional barbers and men's grooming. One thing's for sure, we're not short of a few takeaways in town. Chikaro's bar and restaurant, kebab house. This one is an off license, but that is also a convenience store. capital off license. Now let's check this one out over the road next to the strip club, the Gentlemen's Club Angels, formerly known as the Anchor. And we've got, just there, look, another Turkish barber, King's Cut. Haircut, threading, hot towel shave, hair colouring and a face massage. The Anchor Gym, does anybody use that one? And we've got a beauty place here, it's called the Tan Factory and it does beauty and nails. And another convenience store. This one is Zabka Mini Market. To the junction of Sandwell Road and Dartmouth Street, and there's the Temperance building there, the Rechabites on the corner. A familiar landmark. And is a convenience store. It's our newest one here in town on the corner of Dartmouth Street. Used to be the new Hot Pole, then it became the Strollers, and the name Strollers is still up on the side. Look, it's now a convenience store and off license. There you go, let's have a quick look in there. Well stocked. Anyway, just there on the corner of Sandwell Road, we've got Sultan Barbers. Just there, the hot towel beard trim. Nobody in. And there's a convenience store there, the Gossia Mini Market. This one's been here a few years, this dry cleaners here. It's called the West Bromwich Cleaning Centres Limited. A very old weathered sign there. Looks like it's dated from the 50s, 60s. Piles and bags of washing up the corner of the shop. And beyond Shaftesbury Casino, which we will do, and we'll have another look another day, was the old Jensen factory. The original Jensen factory. Here's a convenience store, it's the Dunya supermarket. Okay then, so any more Turkish barbers? Oh hello, yes we do have one here. It's called Kurd Cut. Another brightly lit place with these solid gold seats in there. And next to this is the vape zone shop. Not sure if that's a convenience store. Anyway, we've got B Cuts over there. That used to be Clive Basford's shop, but there we have yet another barber. Beard trim. Oh, nose waxing. What on earth is nose waxing? I've never heard of such a thing. Nose waxing. Just here, a very popular florist, been here a few years, Billingham's local store. I think they used to be next to Ideal Employment at one time, but they're here. Next door to it is Hair and Beauty Nails, and that used to be Cameron Estate Agents, that did. Another mini market just there, European Kurdish. Next to Ideal Employment, this is Polski Sklep. Yeah, it was just around here that I had the pleasure of meeting Jazz, who is a supporter of the channel, and his wife, who has to use a wheelchair. If you're watching, Ange, just to give you a message to say keep well and stay strong. And we've got another Afro-Caribbean cuisine, but I don't think that opens. And we have another Turkish barbers. This one's called Delaro Barbers. It's got nothing on the window to tell you that it does nose waxing, but it does look as though he does actually have a customer in there. There's a convenience store there, the Super Polo, which used to be the Marksman Club. We're here at Guns Lane now, and as we cross over Guns Lane we'll be in Carter's Green, so we'll go right to the very end where we find another popular local shop to West Bromwich. It's been here a few years now. It's Stokes Opticians. It resides in a very, very big building. I think somebody used to say it was a butcher's or a greengrocer's before this. And there's the haunted old hot pole. We have another convenience store here. This one's called Scrappy Roper. What we got over here? Little Miss looked like that was a Caribbean store. Fish bar, estate agent, and another takeaway next to there. This is a brightly lit shop. It's called Candy King. The electric bills must be a little bit high in there. They all do vapes as well. Anything else? Do we need any more? Any more Turkish barbers? We have a convenience store here, just there. It's called International Food and Drinks. And we've got a craft bakery. That's always a very popular one. It's got a very good name, that one. The Masovia. Fresh crusty bread. Now what we got? We've got a beauty studio next to that. We've got Cuts and Fades next to the beauty studio. I've lost count of the score, but I will touch it up at the end. And then we've got another one there called Turkish Barbers and Hairdressers. Now he's got the shutters down. It doesn't mean to say it doesn't open. It might be his day off today. And then we've got another Caribbean food markets convenience store here. Wholesale and retail. And we're just going to finish our journey at the clock. And you can see another convenience store over there. Oh, well, it's like a supermarket, but it's a convenience store all the same. It used to be Fine Fare. Who remembers Fine Fare? Here, of course, was the site of the old cinema, Tower Cinema. And there's another convenience store for you. Alton Tower Supermarket. It used to, for a very short time, it used to be a drive-in chemist, whatever one of those was. I presume you just drove in and collected your prescription there at that window where it's got to let. And there was some kind of delivery company as well, where people were delivering goods on the back of motor scooters for a short time. I don't know who they were. It used to be they was based in that building there. And I can see another beauty shop, I think. It's called Euphoria Hair and Beauty Salon, just over there. And where we got all this building, there used to be the car showroom over there. I think that's going to be a supermarket, but they're taking their time overdoing it. And here is the YMCA. It used to be a small building. It's just a big, large, sprawling mass of apartments now. They go right up there and they go right at the back as well. Anyway, when I say I was doing the high street, I've done the high street. And we've counted a fair few Turkish barbers. Nail bars and convenience stores. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. As the rain begins to pour. Well, there you go. There was far more Turkish barbers along our high street than I thought we had. We've also got loads of convenience stores along there. I was quite surprised as well at the upper part of the high street where nobody goes. How many barbers were up there? But also, it's like a little Caribbean quarter up there as well. But nevertheless, there's quite a few of these shops dotted all along our high street. So if you want a haircut, you ain't short of a barber or two. If you have been in one of these, leave a comment in the section below and let me know how you got on. Do they provide good nose waxing? Anyway, we'll leave it to that. And if you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.